This is the muscular system embryology tutorial presented by the SchrDbb with reference Longman Medical Embryology by T.W. Sadler. So here we are going to visualize the muscular system embryology. So to start with, we are going to see the introduction to the muscular system. Now we need to know that so generally the muscular system is derived from the mesenchymal cells, that's the mesodermal cells germinate basically, and that mesodermal cell is going to differentiate into skeletal, small muscle, and the cardiac muscles. Generally does that. Now we need to know that the muscular, the mesodermal germinate is going to be divided into two mesoderm. You have the paraxial mesoderm, that's one. You have the intermediate mesoderm, you have the lateral plate mesoderm. Now the paraxial mesoderms are the ones that are going to form now the somites, basically, and the somatomes. The somites are going to extend from the occipital to sacral region, while the somatomes are going to extend up the head, basically. So those are the ones that are going to produce the paraxial mesoderm. They are closer to the neural tube. Then the second one, you have the intermediate mesoderm. The intermediate mesoderms are going to be producing the splashing mesoderm. So just lateral to the paraxial mesoderm, we have the intermediate mesoderm or the splashing mesoderm, which are going to derive into the smooth muscles. Is it clear? So those are the splashing mesodermal region. And then you have the lateral plate mesoderms. The lateral plate mesoderms is now what is going to produce now the skeletal muscles, all with voluntary function, and they are going to be supplied by a particular nerve root to produce a myotome and all that too, and also to produce a dermatome for the skin, basically. Now that is what it was involved there. Now you need to know that generally there are two main domains involved in skeleton in the muscular system formation. You have the premaxial domain and you have the abaxial domain. Now the premaxial domain is the region that is closest to the neural tube, basically. So when you are in the region closer to the neural tube, you're going to be called the premaxial domain. And when you are in the region a bit lateral at the lateral plate mesoderm, you're going to be called the abaxial domain. So you have these two main domains are the ones that are going to involve information of most of the cells or most of the muscles in the body. Now this is a cross-sectional diagram to show the stage of development of somites. Is it clear? Now we say the somites are extending from the occipital region, is the mesenchymal region, extending from the occipital region to the sacral region. So now you see here is going to be the somite here, just lateral. So the mesenchymal cells, which are just lateral to the neural growth here, are going to be the somite region. Is it clear? Particular gestational age. So here you see here the mesodermal, so you see the neural, you see the mesenchymal cells to produce the somite here, which extend to the sacral region. Now the notochord is just a tube-like structure in order to show the orientation of the growth of cells, as you can see here. So at the first you have the neural growth, you have the ventral wall somite. Now the somites, now the ventral somites, this somite here is going to differentiate now to produce now the different structures. So you have cells in the ventral and the medial wall of the somites now is characteristic. So you have this so characterized small domain, so you can visualize here. So this cell is going to differentiate now to produce the dorsomedial muscle cell. Here you have the dermatome. The dermatome is going to be attached with the ectoderm here. So the dermatome is still produced at the level of this mesenchymal cell from the somite. You have the ventrolateral muscle cell, which also produce, and you have the lateral somatic frontier, which is here. So we have the lateral somatic frontier, which is produced at the level of the ventrolateral muscle cell. Now this is the intraembryonic cavity. Intraembryonic cavity is produced as you are trying to enclose the different body walls of the fetus. Now this is sclerotome here. These are the dorsal mesenchyme. So later on, this mesoderm, which is found here, is going to now divide, and this mesoderm is going to be called the paraxial mesoderm. Paraxial mesoderm is the mesoderm which is closest to the neural tube. The paraxial mesoderm is going to produce the somite, and the somite is going to be divided into the dermatome, the the sclerotum. Now, this paroxysmal mesoderm again is going to divide later, because we have this ventrolateral muscle cells and you have the somatic frontier, and these are the ones that are going to produce the intermediate mesoderms, and this lateral somatic frontier is what is going to produce the lateral mesoderm. So now this other part we continue now with the dermatomes and the sclerotomes. So these are the dermatomes here, the sclerotomes here still growing, and here these are the dermatomes, sclerotomes. So here is not going to be called again the sclerotom, it's still going to be the sclerotom, but later on it's going to differentiate to produce the chondroblast and the mesenchymal cell here, and this is the neural tube here. So these are the different things that I just wanted to show you. So now the next thing is this diagram here. So this is the diagram to show for the origin of the musculature in an embryo. So you need to know that what. So this upper part here at the level of the neck and all this is going to be called the somatomes, while down here is going to be called the somite. Now the somatomes are going to be produced from the pharyngeal arch. So these are the pharyngeal arch muscles. We have how many pharyngeal arch? We have four. We have four pharyngeal arches, and each pharyngeal arch is going to be supplied by a particular cranial nerve. Is it clear? Now also the eye has a particular eye muscles. It's not a pharyngeal eye, but there are eye muscles located there. Now at the level of the somites, we have the somites at each vertebral sections. Is it clear? So we have the occipital myotomes. We first have the occipital myotomes. We have the cervical. So these occipital myotomes are somites. Is it clear? Supplying the occipital region. Then we have the cervical myotomes. The cervical myotomes extend from C1 to C8. Then we have the thoracic myotome extending from T1 to T5, then the lumbar, and then the sacral myotomes. And these are the mesenchymal condensation of the limb buds, and all that is going to be supplying different myotomes and dermatomes on the limb axis. Now you need to know the origin of muscles based on the abaxial and premaxial precursor. We said already that premaxial means there is the region which is closest to the neural tube, while abaxial is a region which is a bit lateral at the level of the lateral point mesoderm, basically. So you have already seen the premaxial region. You can see the premaxial region and abaxial region in this area. So this is the premaxial region here, which is closest to the neural tube, while this is the abaxial region, which is at the level of the ventral lateral muscle cells and the somatic layer there, as you can see, basically. So when you see now the premaxial, you can now see this diagram to visualize different muscles. Premaxial, we have the scalene muscle, genio higher, the prevertebral muscles. Abaxial, we have the infrared muscles. So this you can just put a pose on this diagram and then visualize the different muscles on the premaxial and then the abaxial muscle here. Now this diagram here is just going to be showing you the different genes and the different biochemicals which are involved in the formation of the dermatomes and the myotomes expression, but I'm not going to lay emphasis on this. So in order to visualize, you can just pause this diagram and visualize all the different genes involved with dermatomes and involved with those somites and the somatome formation. Now this now is a cross section through the half of embryo showing innervation and to development of musculature. So you see here that the innervation is going to be coming from the neural crystals. Is it clear? So the neural crystals are the ones that are going to extend from the neural tube. For innervation now we are dermatome and we are myotome. Is it clear? So the neural crystals extend. So it goes to the back to produce the apaxial. So it goes to the back muscle or the apaxial muscles. Is it clear? So it can go now anteriorly at the ventral primary ramus. You have the body wall musculature, and this is at the extension of the limbs here. Is it clear? So now the origin of the craniofacial muscles. So the origin of craniofacial muscles, you need to know that there are different somatomes, and different somatomes now and different somite have their different muscles with their innervation. Is it clear? Now you need to know that the somatome 1 and 2, you have the superior medial and lateral ventral recti. Is it clear? So that are going to be lateral and ventral aorta in the eye, which are going to be supplied by the oculomotor nerve. Sommitomer 3, the superior oblique, is the trochlear nerve. Sommitomer 4 is the jaw closure. So all these sommitomer have a particular muscle they are going to produce, and they have a particular innervation that is going to be there, because you said the sommitomers now are going to produce the different muscles which are going to be skeletal muscles, and also have the different innervation of those muscles, which because of the extension of the neural crystals into these muscles. Is it clear? So those are going to produce the sommitomers, and the sommitomers extend up to the occipital region. As from the occipital region down to the sacral region, you have the somites. Somites 1 and 2 is going to supply the intrinsic laryngeal muscles, and all that is going to be supplied by the vagus nerve. So we have sommitomer 2 and 5 is going to be the tongue at the level of the occipital region still, and it's going to be supplied by the hypoglossal nerve. So all that, you need to point out these facts. This is clear. Now the next thing are the cardiac muscles. Cardiac muscles, you are going to visualize, develop from the splanchnic mesoderm surrounding the endothelial heart tube. So because you need to know that what the intermediate mesoderms are going to produce the splanchnic mesoderm, which are going to produce the smooth muscles. Is it clear? So those are the different ones, but the skeletal muscles are going to be produced both at the level of the paraxial mesoderm to produce the myotons and metadermatomes, and all that are going to go dorsal laterally to produce now the at the level of the lateral plate mesoderm to innervate the different structures and produce the different skeletal muscles. Now for the cardiac muscles, you need to know that they are instead ventrolateral, so they are instead ventromedial. So is this clear? So now when you have splanchnic mesoderm, which are going to be enclosing the heart tube, they are going to produce now the cardiac muscles. Now for the small muscles for the dorsal aorta and the large arch is derived from the lateral plate mesoderms, and also have neural crystals which are coming from the sympathetic nervous system to supply these muscles. So in coronary arch, the smooth muscle originate from the epicardial cells. So all that. So you have receptor response factor, which is involved with the formation of smooth muscle and all that. Now we have the clinical correlation. So clinical correlation here, you can see partial or complete absence of muscles. So partial or complete absence of muscles may occur in the case of a Poland sequence. So a Poland sequence now occurs where it's a more serious defect. An individual is characterized by absence of pectoralis minor and partial loss of the pectoralis major muscles. Is it clear? So those are the Poland sequence. So Poland sequence is just defined as the partial loss of the pectoralis major. It is characterized by absence of the pectoralis minor and partial loss of pectoralis major, usually the sternal head of the pectoralis major. So those are the the nipples of the areola are absent or displaced, and there are often digital defect like syndactyly. So all that is characteristic of the Poland sequence. So now we have other disease still in the muscular disorder, which is Prune-Bailey syndrome. And in Prune-Bailey syndrome, you have absence of abdominal wall muscles. When you have absence of abdominal wall muscles, it's going to be associated with malformation of the urinary tract. It's going to be associated with malformation of the genital tract and the genital structures. Other thing, we have the muscular dystrophy. Muscular dystrophy generally divided into two: Duchenne muscular dystrophy, which is very severe, and we have Becker muscular dystrophy, which is less severe. So Duchenne muscular dystrophy is an X-linked recessive condition with Becker muscular dystrophy, and all of them are associated with dystrophin gene. So this is a case where you can see Prune-Bailey syndrome, where we have absence of abdominal muscles here, and this is a case where you have Poland sequence. A Poland sequence where there is a lack of the pectoralis minor and major at this level. In this case, we cannot visualize the hands, but because we say the Poland sequence usually associated with a syndactyly too. So this was all that involved in the muscle layer. Is it clear? So those are the different things involved in the muscles layer. Generally, what you have to point out is that what the muscle layer is coming from the mesenchymal cells, and then the mesenchymal cells are going to be produced from the paraxial mesoderm, the intermediate of the splashing mesoderm and the lateral mesoderm, basically. Now you need to know that the paraxial mesoderm is what is going to produce the different somites, basically. So the different somites. Now the paraxial mesoderm can extend now into the lateral plane mesoderm also laterally. When it extends into lateral mesoderm also laterally, it's going to produce the different myotomes and dermatomes, basically. Now the next thing is that what the paraxial mesoderm still the intermediate mesoderm now extend now to the anterior part of the body, and is going to produce the different small muscles which are going to be supplied by particular neural crest cells, that is the sympathetic nervous supply, basically. So all that is going to be the general summary inside the muscular system. Say thanks for your kind attention. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.